The reason you're not making money currently right now on mem coins, and the reason why other people are, is because every chart that you visit right now looks like this. Maybe there's one that looks a little bit healthier, but almost every chart you visit on almost every single popular mem coin, the chart looks like this, and it looks like it just keeps going down and down and down. Now the question becomes is, how do I make money? Why do I make money? So how, right? So one of the things I earned earlier in crypto space was the fact that there is a saying in crypto space. Actually, there's two, and now more than ever, I think those two sayings go hand in hand. The first one I heard, and we'll talk about this one, this second one a little bit further. The first one I heard was "scared money don't make money." So what exactly does that mean, right? Scared money does not make money. So scared money is money that goes and buys the top, right? You buy like up here, the chart jumps and you sell. Okay, so that's like you're scared, like, oh my goodness, I am losing my soul. Literally, I'm losing my Solana, right? And that's literally one of the things. The other thing I learned is work for your bag, and that seems to be one of the things that is currently missing in the crypto space. And we're going to talk a little bit about that and why it's important that you understand that if you want something to pump, you could actually make it pump yourself. And that's why I want to make sure that in this channel, we work as a team, we work as a unit to help push our bags. So if you guys want to join that project, want to join that, want to join that supportive team, want to join that community, make sure you follow me on X, visit my TG. I drop a lot of alpha there. I'm actually dropping an alpha today, so you guys are definitely not going to want to miss that one out because you are pretty much buying very low, and hopefully we get the coin to run. So here it is, what we're going to be talking about. So why does every chart look like this, and how do you make money during this time, right? So before we get like down to the nitty gritty, I do want to make sure I let you guys know that one of the things of making money is saving money. And the way you save money is by limiting the amount of gas fees you pay every single time you do a trade. Thankfully, guys, we have Bullix, which has the lowest gas fees currently right now and is the best bot for trading Tron meme coins, Solana meme coins. So if you don't have a Bullix account and you don't have a Tron account, links are down below. Join Bullix and you guys will not be disappointed. Now, with that being said, guys, I have a question for you guys. Would you guys like to see live streams here on the channel? Would you like to see a podcast? Let me know one of the two which you guys think is a better idea and drop them in the comment section below. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. So currently now in the crypto space, there are too many mem coins. Too many. And why is that a problem? The problem is because there is a thing called PvP. Everybody's PvPing in this game. Like everybody is literally PvPing. And I'm going to give you guys a perfect example. We're going to look at a coin called Nero. Now, for example, if you've been in the space, you know when Nero came out. It came out, I would say maybe like a month ago. All right, so let's talk about Nero. So there were two Nero coins that actually launched, right? There was a Nero coin that launched, which is this right here. And this Nero coin launched. This was known as a community project, right? This was a coin that launched as soon as we got information about Nero. If you don't know who Nero is, usually if you guys know the owner of Doge, he recently passed away, and the owner went ahead and bought another dog and named him Nero, right? So that is the reason when this got posted. Look at the numbers there, guys. It went from like basically zero, like out of pump fund, and it ran all the way up here, right? All the way to almost 80 mil. That was pretty crazy. Then they had another dip, and it ran to almost almost right here, right? Almost 50 mil. Now, what caused this dump? What caused this dump right here? It is PvP, okay? Because there was another Nero created, or Nero, that was part of AKA known as the Cabal Nero. All right, so the second Nero that launched is this one right here, as you guys see, had a massive push, right? It went from zero all the way to 130 mil. Had a huge dump, went back up, and now it is sitting at 2 mil. And the reason this happens is because this is called PvP. The reason why we call this PvP is because we are literally betting against each other. All right, so what's happening here? So this one right here, which is kind of like the one that's been holding nice and steady, was the first one to launch. The Cabal, like people like to say, saw that this one ran, and unfortunately they didn't want to buy up here, which is the higher entry point. And what did they say? Well, let's create a new coin let's make another Nero and say that this is the real Nero, and we're gonna push it as hard as we can. And what happened is it sucked all the people that were that were like buying. They started selling out because they're like, okay, this is not the real one. Let me go and buy the other one, right? So what happened is then there was a big commotion where people were saying, no, this is the real one. This is the real one. And usually one thing that makes memcoins thrive is community. The tighter knit, the more community a token has, the more likelihood you have of this token not only pushing really far, but surviving, which is what we see here, right? So as you notice right here on this chart, you will notice that this did have a nice push. Had the dip right here where I would say the FUD PvP happened. It went back up and correlated, and now it's kind of like sitting within that 6 million to 10 million range, right? It's been having some nice and lows, but the community's still there pushing this, pushing this project. They're still there showing up every day, trying to push this project. And that is one of the biggest problems where I say a lot of people say you got to work for your bags, but no one is willing to work for those bags. But there was another problem that actually caused this to dip again. And yes, guys, that is PvP once again. Because what happened is when the Cabal saw that, this was doing so well, they said, well, you know what? If we're not going to be able to run this on Solana, we're not going to run a copy of the Nero token on Solana. Let's go over to the ETH side. Let's go over to the ETH side and create a Nero. And as you see right here on the screen, you're going to see that there are 2 Nero tokens created, right? One is sitting at 33 million. This one's doing a lot better than the Solana token. But as you notice, it had a huge, massive push to 58 mil. And it ran back down to, right here, the 10 mil. Now it's correlating here at the 35 mil. That is due to the fact that they decided to come and push this token over here and divide the community. And instead of keeping a token only on Solana, right, and pushing that to 1 billion, they decided to create a PvP environment, right? It's another PvP environment. So what happened? Well, let's talk about what happened. Someone else said, you know what? Well, if there's another one running, let's run another token called Nero on ETH as well and do the same thing. And this is what happens. As you see right here, we have another one running. And currently right now, as you see, it started right here. It pushed up all the way to 300 mil. And now it's down at 27 mil, right? So we basically have 4 different tokens, 4 of the same tokens, fighting for that 1 billion spot. Eventually, one of these tokens, it's going to hit 1 billion. Eventually, one will. But that means 3 others have to die. And the reason why is because everybody currently right now is PvPing in this space. PvPing is player versus player. It should be TVPT, which is trader versus trader, right? But it's PvP as everybody knows it. But eventually, one of these is going to survive. And that is the reason why every single chart you go to, like for example, we take a look at Billy, you're going to notice almost every single chart looks like this. Now, this is completely apart from, the Solana price, the stuff that's happened in the stock market, the stuff that usually happens around this month in crypto, Bitcoin going down, that plays a role into it. But a lot of these tokens that have ran up to 250 mil, like let's say we go to Punky, which actually ran up, I believe Punky ran up all the way to, almost 400 mil. All of these tokens should theoretically be very, very close to that 1 billion mark, but they're not. And the reason they are not is because everybody currently right now is PvPing in this space, right? Everybody is currently right now PvPing in this space. If you notice Popcat, in all honesty, should literally be sitting at 1 bill. It should literally be sitting at 1 bill, working its way to 1.5 bill. But unfortunately, it's not. Unfortunately, it got to 1 bill. It dumped all the way to 250 right here. And now it's running back up at 500. And that is because people are just, PvPing. They're taking the money from here, going to another coin, and going to another coin. And that is literally excluding the fact of, pump fund. So now the question becomes is, how do I make money? How do I make money? How do I enhance my profits? Well, I have good news for you guys. This PvP causes a lot of opportunities. And one of the biggest opportunities is the charts looking like this. This is one of the biggest opportunities you have. Because let me ask you a question, and this is going to be a question you have to answer yourself. It's not financial advice, but let me ask you a question, right? If I would have told you guys when this coin launched, and I would have said, you know what? You guys could buy Billy at 15 mil, 16 mil, and you guys knew it was going to run to 220 mil, would you buy it? That is the question you got to ask yourself. Would you buy the token? If you knew you were able to get at 15 mil and you knew it would run to 200 mil, would you buy it? Would you buy into it? That is the question you need to ask yourself. Because currently right now, almost every single token that we can look at looks exactly like this. If we go to Wolf, which is one that I've been very adamant about, one that I've been telling you guys, you know what, you guys should definitely get into this as quickly as you possibly can. This is a very good token. Another really good example here ran up to from 10 mil, which is when I called it, ran up to 200 mil, dumped back down to 50 mil, and then ran back up to 100 mil, and then now it literally is sitting at 16 mil. I recently recalled this on my channel at 10 mil, even here on YouTube. I said buy it at 10 mil. It ran up back to 20, so you pretty much 2x right there. It's currently right now 16 at 16 mil. But right now, you guys are probably wondering, what in the world? Like, if you would have told me to buy this at 20 mil and then it ran up to 200 mil, I would definitely buy in. And that is the opportunity you currently have right now in the space. I have multiple videos going over coins that I feel like are going to do very, very well in this space, that I feel will be hitting some high marks. So make sure you guys check out those videos. But that is how you could take advantage of these tokens, of this narrative that there is too much PvP in the space. And instead of doing major gambles and pump fund, even though I'm going to say it like I say it all the time, every single day there is a token that runs to 1 million that comes out of pump fund. When the volume is there, that's taking apart from the whole problem that we had with Tron, getting a lot of the volume as well. ETH taking the volume. So, everybody's kind of trying to push their own agenda when it comes to Tron, when it comes to Solana, when it comes to ETH. Literally in any of those spaces, you can make money, because almost every single day you'll have a coin that runs to 1 mil. And you just got to pick that right coin. And I teach you guys how to do that. But right now you have a great opportunity to take advantage of the red in the water. You got to advantage, and you got to learn that if you want something to run, you got to work for your bags. It's extremely important that you work for your bags, because if you're not constantly working for your bags are going to get empty, guys. And that's why it's extremely important. You learn to join really good communities. There are a lot of other people who talk very well in the space as well. So you want to make sure you network as much as you possibly can. So make sure you guys follow me on X, join our Telegram, and let's start printing together, and let's find these gems that we could 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x as much as we possibly can. I hope you found this video helpful, informative, insightful. If you did, do me a huge favor, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications, and happy printing.